Good evening, dear esteemed viewer, and welcome to our today's edition of Citizens and the Law. Citizens and the Law is a program aimed at letting the citizens know their rights, number one, defend their right, number two, and of course, become law-abiding citizens. In our today's topic, we are going to still look at Part 2 of the breaches of peace. I have two gentlemen with me here in the studio, well qualified to get the I's and T's dotted and crossed vis-a-vis the provision of answers to all the questions. In the first place, I have by my immediate right a gentleman from the police community, a senior police officer. He's the chief superintendent of police in charge of Fege police community. I'm talking about CSP Rabiu Garba. Sir, you are welcome to the studio.
Thank you.
And at the other end, I have a gentleman from the bench at the bar. I'm talking about Barrister Isaac Ofodile. Of course, a first-timer, but a lawyer. There is no kid in the world of the vultures. So he is here to equally assist in making and adding a serious meaning to today's topic. Barrister Ofodile, you're welcome to the studio. I am the presenter of this program. Jude Mascot Obiagu is my name. We're going to still look at breaches of peace, Part 2. And I may want to start from Barrister Isaac Ofodile. You weren't here last time. It was Barrister Larry Emeka Nwangu and the CSP Garba. I want you to give a definition of what you understand in law as breaches of peace. But before you do that, there is still, you remember, breaches of peace, we are looking at it from the Yuletide perspective. Christmas is around the corner. We are looking at breaches of peace, bearing in mind that we are preparing for Christmas. And these gentlemen are going to inform us of what we should know and avoid it. Okay, Counsel, breach of peace, definition of meaning.
Breach of peace by our law simply means any act or omission that calls to warrant the prevention of a person from the carrying on of a lawful duty. Lawful duty in the sense that that particular act being carried on by the person is authorized by the law. He may be a law enforcement agent, he may be a member of the public, he may be a trader, he may be a driver. But the bottom line is this, that you prevented a lawful person from carrying out his lawful duty. That is the simplistic view or definition of the meaning of breach of peace.
CSP Garba, I want you to look at breaches of peace from the angle of behaving in a noisy way and public way, because many times your young men out there arrest people, and when you come on the board, you see breaches of peace, something like that. You make the arrests and you prosecute.
Yes.
When they said behaving in a noisy way or violent way in the public, can you go deeper?
Breaches of peace, there is a list of offenses that fall under category of breach of peace. It may emanate from even unlawful society, member of unlawful society, unlawful assemblies.
Yeah.
Then issues of breaches of peace may be like rioting, and issue like disturbance of public peace or act likely to cause breach of peace, like threatening violence, affray, fighting in the public place, duel fight, prize fight. A lot of things constitute this breach of peace. We are facing a Yuletide period, that is the Christmas time and New Year ahead. You can see a large group, a catch of youths that are participating in most of the cultural activities, sporting activities. They may come with good intention to form that activity.
Masquerading.
But at the end of masquerading, so at the end of the day, it may metapose to something else. So in an event where 3 or more persons who lawfully, even if the purpose of the assembly is lawful, but later it changes to something else, maybe from normal masquerade parade, and it resulted to fight. You see, it has constituted a breach of peace from that angle. or people may gather just to watch a football. Man U, Chelsea, before you realize it constitutes a quarrel. All these are the elements of breach of peace. Or you now see some people moving on the route who started to display goods. Though that one, like street trading, it is a criminal offense on its own from Anambra Administration of Justice. You discover people are trading, or you go to like places like Ochenja, they display goods on the side, and the passerby is being restricted, making him to be annoyed. These are the conduct that may likely to cause breach of peace. So we expect from the public purview that those activities like causing obstruction, street trading, gangsterism, quarrel in the stadium, quarrel in the watching center of all these sports, these are the elements that constituted breach of peace. So in an event where such activities is translated into crisis, police has to be there. And that's why sometimes we arrest them from a sporting center where they are watching football and etc. and they are being charged for breaches of peace.
Yeah, you are watching Citizens and the Law on ABS Television Channel 2 for Oka. Topic clearly written on the screen there, breach of peace, got 2. You can call in, ask your questions as we will go along the line. The numbers are clearly on the screen there. You can see them, 090-729-72090. The other one is 70-070-6272-4192. Okay, you can call in Igbo language. You can ask in Igbo language. Rabiu, do hear Igbo language, but you reply in English. I think I'm correct. The difficult areas, I'm going to do the interpretation. The lawyer here is an Igbo man. If I know Kumakeyabo, breaches of peace. Ubu ifo digi iche na adrom umu akparama agwa ruru unyi inwe ike ibute nsogbu katakata ma ọ bụ enu ọgụ. Ihe ọ na megidere ọdịmma ọha na eze enwere ife ị na-eme nwere ike ibute enu ọgụ si na enu ọgụ egbuo mmadụ. Ụmụ ihe a breaches of peace obodo edoziri ọfụma ka ife na-aga nke ọma ịpụtawụrụ aga efe ọdịrọ mma. It doesn't work out. It is not normal. You've mentioned something. I want to take after those things one after the other. I'm looking at this aspect of masquerading. I don't know if people from your area do have masquerade. I know of the Yorubas, they have masquerade. In Igbo land, the masquerade, they come out from the holes of the ants. There are some rituals and traditions that are performed in Igbo land, and then the masquerade, before you know it, will come out from the holes there. And once in a while, Nigerian police used to arrest these masquerades. Can you tell us about the masquerade and the police as regards the breaches of peace?
Truly, masquerades are arrested and even some are prosecuted. You discover where a masquerade was violently attacked some people up to the essence of taking one's life. It happened at that axis of Agwata and etc. some 2 years ago. If the masquerade and the person...
By use of gun or machete?
Yeah, machete.
Okay.
So you see masquerade will involve, even there are some cases involving church, masquerade are involved. So in an event where masquerade will go beyond his circumscribed limit to an extent of infringing another person's rights, such masquerade will be arrested and prosecuted. So that's why we checkmate whoever run the masquerade facility or a particular masquerade business. You should be conscious of the other people's rights. You shouldn't go beyond his circumscribed limit. Where masquerade injury, we normally make an arrest and take the masquerade to the police station for prosecution.
I want to give kudos to Nigerian police for finding it possible to arrest even spirits. You guys are wonderful. I want to come to Barrister Isaac Ofodile. Most times you see people obstructing the highway. Our people do understand highway as the road that leads from Onitsha to Enugu, from Onitsha to Port Harcourt, and some other places like that. But here I have a lawyer who will tell us what highway is. I have a policeman who will tell us what highway is. Then from there, after that, Barrister Ofodile, I want you to tell our people, highway, is it trunk A or ABC that is called highway? Then from there, tell us, How righteous or how good is it for people to mount canopies on these roads, fix their chairs and table, bring wine and all those things in the name of Ibanku or other thing? Hello, please, I have a caller. Hello? Hello. What's your name and location? Or either way, English or Igbo? Hello, I'm hearing you.
Hello, my name is Innocent.
Huh?
My name is Innocent, calling from Oka here.
Okay, Innocent, calling from Oka. Go ahead, ask your question.
So, the issue of this breach of peace,
Yeah.
I want to comment on.
Go ahead.
On traffic. Okay.
Go ahead.
Sometimes we see some buses or some private car owners leaving their lane and following the other lane.
Driving against the traffic.
And so you know what is going on. What a particular lane is got a lot. And there will be no movement, I guess. It's uncalled for. The lane must be maintained. I do see it several occasions. You see people, they will leave their lane, and because they want to beat the traffic, they will follow another lane. Maybe they are going, and they leave the going lane and follow the coming lane. It happens usually other days, this is your it's too bad. Okay, I think we should do something about it.
Okay, thank you, Innocent Rabiu. Before Barrister Fodile will address the issue of Trunk ABC Road and the obstruction, what's your reaction to this very...
Actually,
it's a contribution he made, but
yes, it's a very positive contribution. That generates a lot of breaches of peace, and not ordinary breaches, is hazardous to human health. These people that drive against the traffic, it constitutes serious accident. A lot of lives are being claimed. People are not patient. But from the police perspective, this is it is a traffic offense. Is subject to prosecution, like more especially under Section 25 of the Road Traffic Act, reckless driving, driving against the traffic. All of them are serious offense against the law. So for the police, the Commissioner of Police Anambra, in his own wisdom, has already designed an operation of order, more especially as regard to this Yuletide period. You call it Operation Keep Moving. So all the vehicles that are driving against the traffic, he has ordered all the DPOs to ensure that they will not become armchair, remain in their respective offices, but they should pull out and make sure that there is a sanity in traffic section. So whoever is caught driving traffic against the traffic, that hurry will reduce him to a guard room. We are going to arrest him and prosecute him, and it is a serious offense against the law.
What is the police authority doing, the big men like you doing, to make sure that the guys who are within the rank and file do what they are supposed to do? People who be the traffic light, yes. People who drive against traffic. Many of them, most times, they must get their conscience with peanuts. The
Commissioner of Police pushes out so that we should go out to the field. So it should be a supervisor. So those that are ready to call those big shots, they feel that they can influence their decision to sway them from their responsibility, maybe from arrest and prosecution. We, the supervisors, are on field. So we make sure that such people, the erring people, should face the full wrath of law. So he has asked us to pull out, not to remain in office. So you see us jointly working together with the...
To supervise the activities of the young
Yes, we physically participate. I was at the head bridge last week throughout for like 4 to 5 hours.
Okay, yeah. That's a good one.
May I quickly...
for the coming.
To this particular... Thank you,
Before that, I think we'll have a call again. Hello?
Hello, good evening, sir.
Yeah, good evening. Your name and location?
My name is Charles. I'm calling from Federal Polytechnic, Oko, Anambra State.
Charles from Oko?
Yeah, Oko here.
Okay, Charles, your question or contribution?
OSAS, not Charles.
OSAS.
OSAS? Yes, OSAS. OSAS. So
okay.
My contribution is...
OSAS from Oko? From Oko? Yeah?
I'm so much happy with this program.
Go ahead, we are listening.
Okay. So please, what I want to say is that here in Oko, what we are experiencing here, I don't know how the police or the government will be able to come to our aid. I'm telling have not finished our exams. So many of us now don't even know how we stay our exams in this December period. Because you cannot even go once it's 8 o'clock. Because 7:30, you have to do your house. The youth here, I don't know whether they are among the students here, you can't go with phone. They will make sure you collect your phone, and if you try to do anything in the kind of, I will submit my phone, they will shoot you. Last week they killed people, they killed me. Last month, I can't even count how many. The anti-cost here, I wouldn't say if they are even part of the terrorists, because I can't be surprised. Seeing anti-cost in our midst, but still, I'm robbers or bad words are being terrorizing everywhere. So please, the police officer, I wouldn't know what we have to figure out, how they can be able to come to our aid. We really need your help on a serious note, please, sir. So, thank you very much.
Okay, there is a lot of activities impeding or hampering academic activities, our movement and all that within the premises or campus of Oko Polytechnic. That's what he's saying.
Yes,
any possibility of police doing the needful to checkmate those nonsenses?
It's our statutory duty, but we need a cooperation from those students. Crime is an illusion. It's always committed in the secret way. The power of information matters a lot. We have what is called community policing. The DPO, Oko, that is in charge of Ajali, he has a program that he normally liaises with the members of the community and student community as stakeholder in community policing. Therefore, they should partner together. The criminals are not above us. Even the vigilante, we make them. So we
partner with the police?
Yes, to partner with the police. The students should partner, they are stakeholders. The youth arm is another stakeholder in crime management. So all of them should come together, then they will design a way. At least they will feed the police with an information, then police will come with the professional strategy. Maybe they will give them the online number that particularly once events are happening, you either report without necessarily being mentioned your information and how to begin to protect their challenges, maybe the protecting the informant from revealing the source. So all these things need to happen. So they shouldn't sit down to students are isolated and police are another isolated community. Definitely they will face a lot of challenges. They will commit those crimes and go unpunished. But I have gotten this message. I will let the commissioner know. So if it will attract to reinforce Ajali access with enough number of people, depending on the nature of the crime, anti-cult maybe, and most of the detective, the intelligent drive policing to make sure that the students have a smooth atmosphere for their academies. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much, Rabiu Garuba. I seek for the council. You were saying something? You wanted to say something?
Yes. My contribution is on the issue of obstruction of highway or driving against rapid, as was taken by Mr. Innocent, and this our caller here too. My friend here, Mr. Rabiu, have equally spoken on that. But I want to equally use this opportunity to appeal to the Federal Road Safety Anambra State Command, particularly the Oka Command. You know, most of these things clearly fall on the duty of the Federal Road Safety officers. I understand from the public view that the public fear the road safety more than they fear the police. You can make a public search about this or do a distribution of questioning about this. Drivers or users of public highway fear the road safety more than they fear the police. So my appeal is that there should be a synergy between the police and the road safety in order to bring the perpetrators of these things to book. You know, when you drive through our public highways, you discover that there are lots of traffic offenses. We have the laws are there, but unfortunately, I must say, they don't bite. But as soon as the law begins to bite, you see people will begin to live up to the expectation. They will understand that the government is working. They will understand that when you do a certain thing, the law catches up with you and you start the punishment for it. So I am appealing to the police. My friend here, please help us, help the people of Anambra State, help Undi Anambra, take this message to the commissioner. Let there be a proper synergy. Like our caller from Oko said, that there are lots of traffic gridlock somewhere in Ogo, if the road safety in charge of that section can send some or more of their men down there in Ogo, it's going to help to decongest these traffic issues. That's my thing.
I fished out something now. The police and the road safety. Whom does the public fear? What do you think is the reason that makes the public fear the road safety more than the police?
It is the pain of punishment. The truth of the matter is that police is our friend, but the public fear the road safety more because they don't hear a beg. Police can consider you, without prejudice to my friend here, you may tip a police officer and, he may let you go. But the road safety officer,
tip a road safety officer.
You hardly do that.
That was before, you hardly before.
I can tell you that now, especially when the special marshals on the road, they don't hear a beg. Once they book you, they say, I've been in a public transport before. We are on approaching a particular traffic section. The driver cited a road safety officer. He respected himself. But most often, they know that if it were to be a policeman that is standing by, they will simply push out their hand from the side of the door, fit in some amount of naira into the hands of the police officer standing by the road, and he lets them go. But the road safety officer will not allow you go. He books you there, and that is the end of the journey for the day. So people fear the road safety officers more. So, but I think it is not the issue of fear, but it's the issue of working together, because there is division of labor. The police has their duty by Section 4 of the Police Act, beyond detection of crime, prevention of crime, prosecution of offenders, and the other community functions of the police. They equally ought to work hand in hand with the road safety officers. The issue of road majorly falls squarely on the function of the road safety. That is the reason why they are called road safety. They make sure that our roads are safe for the road users. Hence, they contribute more to the safety of the road.
But that brings to my mind, we talk about vehicles being roadworthy. What about the roads? Are they vehicle worthy? Rabiu, do you have anything to say?
I wanted to let me comment a little on the issue of fear or no fear by my counsel around here. The issue of fear, in a civilized setting, we don't even take phobia to be a modus operandi to make people conform to law. You go overseas, you see them smiling until they convict you. You don't need to be a monster before people comply with rules and regulations. What we are even doing is to make us less aggressive, less coercive in the way and manner that at least we allow members of the public to be part of us. That's why we have issues like ADR, settlement of dispute, out-of-court settlement of dispute, all these conflict resolution strategies, community policing, is all to make the members of the public being friendly. Being antagonistic to the members of the public or become a monster to the community that pays your salary under social contract theory.
Please, first let's get this caller. Hello. 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 Okay, tune down the volume of your TV set so that we can hear you.
Hello.
Tune down the volume of your TV set so that we can hear you. What to volume TV? Can you feel it? What to volume TV?
Okay, so we are trying to be more civil, more polite, and that's what we are preaching, to be civil and polite with the members of the public in case we have contact with them. That is one side. So we are only trying to be friendly. Then issue of being corrupt, there is none of the act that teach any of the organization. This is individual deviant tendencies that is in him. No organization have asked one to go and collect 5 naira to sway from his own responsibility. It's a serious offense. official crime, more especially to, official corruption, more especially to the people connected with the administration of justice, is 14 years imprisonment. And that's section 116 of the criminal code law. Yes. That's one side. Secondly, the duty of the traffic, under section 4, it encapsulates in control and regulation of traffic. So it's our statutory duty. It was not repealed. So road safety was created as a complementary body. That's why we still prosecute the traffic offense. You still see us on the road. So there is an overlap function there. But we have a synergy in the command.
Still continue. Hello.
I called before. I just want to make a little contribution to make that what the barrister said.
Remind me your name. Okay, Osas from Oko. Go ahead.
So what I want to say or ask the policeman perhaps maybe he will explain better if I'm not on the line. You know, the barrister said that the police somehow they are so friendly, let me use that language. And then the policeman said that the problem is no matter whether they are harsh or trying to be polite. So, officer, I want to ask, that friendly you used, that language, I think that is where the problem lies. Because by the time, for instance, I'm coming and I'm holding something in my car, they're passing you. Because you are friendly, when I get to your station, I will easily settle you and then you pass. I pass. You will not be better to check what I'm carrying inside my boots, inside the car or whatsoever. So you don't think today their duty is different from the police officers. I don't really know if they are meant to check the boot or whatsoever, but I know their job is not really your own. But still, I think that friendly should be somehow reduced. Try to be less friendly because when you are
Okay.
carrying gun and then start, you know.
You can now respond to that.
To be friendly, that does not mean that you are not firm. You can be friendly and firm. And that's why I gave you example with the developed nation. They will tell you yes, sir, until you have been taken to imprisonment. That you will be in prison. We didn't say that being friendly makes you to compromise your standard. You still become firm. Like in my own methodology, I use yes, sir. But I have a large number of people prosecuted from my division. The statistics is there with the judiciary. I don't quarrel. I don't fight. You will insult me. All this anchor on professionalism. You should be professional. You will tell yes, sir. Please, can you come and open your boot? You will come and open. Please, what is this? Can you account for it? He account for it. How do you manage to get this? Oh, I'm on. Oh, please, can we go to station? You will reduce it in writing. Like joke. He will get himself somewhere. So I'm now saying friendly. That does not mean that I should compromise my standard. I'm friendly but firm to my own duty.
Politeness in the course of duty.
Yes, it doesn't constitute weakness for you to compromise.
Could that be the reason you're tired the floor of your cell? People come to your cell, they lie on the floor, they enjoy themselves. Could you educate us more on that? Why did you put floor tiles on that to your cell and they clean it every morning?
Of course.
People use shower every morning and they yet die in the cell.
You see, generally, the accused person constitutionally is presumed innocent until when the contrary is proved. So by the time that you are taken to police station, that's what we call frustration aggression theory. If you are being frustrated, you display aggressions. Tomorrow you say, this is these people that I entered their cell and I got bacteria and being infected with all this fungi. You will not be happy with the police. So we are doing this. The purpose of punishment, rehabilitation and everything is not for wickedness. It's like taking somebody to the clinic. That's why you are taking him to the police station. So that he should receive treatment. From there you pass through the doctors. From police to court, from court to prison. And the prisoner men there to give him, if it is lack of job that make him to steal, he should have something doing. So by the time that he is reversed back to the society, he becomes a conformist. So the police are not mainly to make it difficult to the members of the people. That's why mostly family, community, union, and etc. We dialogue with them in certain areas.
Rabiu, you are more of a Western policeman.
Exactly.
Okay, Council, you were talking something.
Yes, I wanted to come in there because when you were describing how he tarred the floor of his cell in the police station.
Have you stayed there?
Really?
Yes, he's my
Not
friend.
like you went inside, but
I've been to the place. I said, Rabbi, can you show me the cell? He took me to the cell. I said, wow. So is this place? They said yes. There is a shower there, everything. You wake up in the morning for the cell, you open the shower and wash.
Digital
the
and
toilet,
brush
digital,
and
everything. And this place, that place is cleaned every morning. We have a caller. Hello.
okay.
Hello?
Yeah. Your name and location.
Hello?
Yeah, hello. What's your name and location? Yeah, good day. What your volume? Amarachi from Oko, but tune down the volume of your TV set so that we can hear you. What to can volume TV? Oh yeah, go ahead. Let's manage on. Amarachi from Oko, ask your question. Amarachi from Oko.
Yes, is it good?
Huh? Amarachi, you have to keep trying. But what you do for us is to tune down volume TV. That is the only way we can hear you and respond better to you. I asked you something, Council Isaac of Fodile, about people. In Onitsha, it is all over the place. Here in Oka, it is also beginning and assuming a higher dimension again. People will come along the road, mount canopies and cheers. Either they are doing a wine ceremony or they are doing wedding, one party or the other. We have a caller. Hello. So.
Yes, I remember the word you used. You asked, how righteous is it?
Yes.
There's nothing righteous about it.
And that could lead to breach of peace.
It's unrighteous.
Okay.
In fact, that act alone amounts to breach of public peace.
Okay.
Like I did say, our laws are there. Fine laws, but they don't bite. As soon as these laws begins to bite, you see, people will learn their lessons. People will begin to obey the laws. Maybe they are not well educated enough. That's why there should be public enlightenment.
Please, let's get this caller. Hello. Hello, louder. Your name and location.
Okay.
Chukwebuka. Okay, Chukwebuka from Umoji. Ngwa, ask your question or your contribution.
I want to ask a question. What are you saying?
What?
Why is that almost collecting 50 naira?
Why is it that what happened?
They almost collect 50 naira from drivers. Why is it that what happened? The police people almost collect 50 naira from drivers.
What
Why?
the topic we are handling is clearly written on the screen, breaches of peace. But if the policeman in the studio wouldn't mind.
Let me respond to him. Our good friend out there,
Chukwebuka from
giving 15 naira is a criminal offense. That is why in official corruption or bribery and corruption, the offeree and the offeror, that's he who gives and he who receives is culpable. So we don't encourage you to give anybody 15 naira. We have been preaching against it. We have been going into a media house to let members of the public not to be inducing our policemen on the highway with 15 naira. Do all what is expected on you. If they compel you to remain there, all our numbers are available in the community. Call the head that all my things I'm carrying, they are up to date, and the policeman is demanding money from you. And if action is not taken, make reference in a type of program like this. DPO, I have called you one time in Fege when your police are demanding 15 naira and you didn't do anything about it. So it will be a point of reference. But you cannot carry illegal things, stolen goods by mere citing police. You start giving police money and you will go by the door at the pages of Beer Palo and start castigating that they collected money from you without you reporting. How do the authority knows about it? So that is the problem.
Because both sides have committed offense.
Yes, so if you know you are very clean, you have anything right, and a policeman is demanding money, don't give. I've even told them in ABS Onitsha that use possible record. Our phones, our smartphones can get documentary evidence. record it, and once it keep you unnecessary, call all these contacts that we are always relating with you from the community. So that let us see that errant police officer while he turned around to be a milking machine for money. Thank you.
How would a Yoruba man react when you request money from him?
He can stay from morning to evening. So that's why nobody even asks him, because you know that he's very patient. But an Igbo man is always a desperate, rushing. Take money, take money. You, if they give you money, can't you take it? You
Yoruba man will go and sit down.
Yoruba will small time, he lie down, start begging you till evening time, instead of him encouraging you to be collecting that money. But you did nothing. They hope you start bringing money, because there is excess money in this axis. So please don't induce our policemen with bribery.
So people should insist on their
They
rights.
should insist on their rights.
Sit down patiently
If they insist,
Yoruba
they are
man.
taking me to station. Go to the station. On arrival, don't argue with them. Go to
Let's
the
pick this guy. Let's pick this caller. Hello, what's your name and location?
Hello?
Yeah, hello, your name and location.
I'm already Daniel speaking from Edo.
Daniel from Edo.
I'm speaking from Ekpoma in Edo State.
Okay, Daniel from Ekpoma in Edo State. Go ahead, Daniel, and ask a question.
Yes, from Twitter. Yes.
But Daniel,
Thank you so much, gentlemen.
can you
Especially the policeman there.
yeah. Tune down the volume of your TV set so that we can hear you clearly.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, go ahead, Daniel.
You see, are you okay now?
Yeah, we can hear you.
All right. Now, what the officer there has said is encouraging. But can he impart that knowledge to his men? Because some of his men are very brutal.
Okay, that's all. That's the question.
They don't listen to people. They don't listen for any decision. You see, yes. Please, I want you to impart this knowledge to them so that they will.
Okay, Daniel, I think you've made your point that what the officer said is very much in order. The problem is getting this information or this character or attitude passed on to the rank and file on the road. I think that is a necessary metamorphosis, but it's a gradual process.
Yes, we are having lectures always, we educate them, but I'm still advising, don't clash with them at that point, because there is this theory of risk preference and risk avoidance. Those with responsibility avoid taking risks. Those that have less responsibility, they prefer taking risks. Don't fight, don't quarrel. If they are taking you to station, follow. On arrival, just have access to the DPO. Most of us from the counter, you see our number is conspicuously written at the charge room. Call the number, even they didn't allow you to have direct access to the DPO so that you complain, or either the DPO or the area commander, as the case may be. Have contact with the most senior officer and register your grievances where they didn't do the right thing.
Thank you. We don't have time, Garba. Council, please address this thing. We have 5 minutes to go, 4 minutes or even 3 minutes and some seconds. This issue of blocking the highway, both of you can handle it, but let me start from you.
The issue of blocking the highway is very
Particularly along the streets.
street trading is not encouraged. It is against the environment. You know, that's why if you go to
Holding occasions on the streets.
Yes.
Yeah.
If you go to places like Abuja, the Abuja Environmental Protection Board is always after them, packing them and packing them into their vans. You know, if our people will understand that blocking the highway, where your right stops, another starts from there. There are markets provided for trading, but people won't go there, they come to the highway. You recall somewhere in Unizik Junction, the recurrence of accident there will always take not less than 5 to 10 persons. It is as a result of this street trading. But my advice is this: our people should learn to trade in the designated points. Okay? It is not a question of if they don't see, they won't buy. If I want something and I am in need of it, in our common parlance, in the Igbo language, you know, if I know what I want and I know you sell it, I can always go there and get it.
Okay, the advice is taken. That's what the gentleman, the barrister said. Rabiu, I want you to come into that our laws don't bite. Assuming that these laws are biting, people will be careful because nobody will like to have some pains. It's a metaphorical statement. Now, people who celebrate occasions of funerals and other things, wedding and all that, on the street road, this road is highway. Remember, the federal highway, the one that goes to Enugu is highway. The one that runs in your street where you are living is also called highway. Are people supposed to do anything like a banku and all that on this road with canopies and see block the road? If so, why have your men not been able to use trailers and packing them away?
To be sincere, in my own local government, Onitsha South, we have educated them enough. That is not happening in my area. The chairman of the local government normally, if there's anything of such, he will ask the DPO to go through and peruse whether that place that the occasion is taking place is comfortable if they block it, or there must be a breach of peace or public nuisance. It will annoy other road users. So
let me go straight to the lawyer. Is it lawful to do a banku and the wedding ceremony on the street roads?
It is unlawful. There is a law called Public Order Act. You know, if you go through the provisions of that law, you will understand that you don't interfere with the convenience of another.
Okay, thank you. I think I want to plead with the gentleman here, the police who is more of international standard. Please go to the commissioner and also liaise with him. Tell him, give him this information, that it is not lawful for people to do their wedding ceremonies, to do ibanku or parties, blocking the road, mounting seals and canopy. Those people should be arrested by the police. It is not lawful, even if they are indigents. There is halls and the fields where they can go and do such thing. So on that note, dearest viewer, we are calling it a day on our today's edition of Citizens and the Law, Cut 2. I think that is much we can take from Breaches of Peace. We are coming with a new topic that is next week, Monday. It's been a wonderful time with a very strong, mild gentleman from the police community figure, Chief Superintendent of Police, Rabiu Garba. Thank you very much for coming.
Thank you.
And also it has been a wonderful moment with the young barrister, very handsome in the face and his legal activities. I'm talking about Barrister Isaac Oforile. Thank you very much for coming. I am Jude Mascot Obiagu, the presenter of Citizens and the Law. This is ABS Television Channel 2 Thank you very much for being part of it, dear esteemed viewer. Until next Monday, we are coming back here with another interesting package.